Today's lesson is on multiplying mixed numbers. A mixed number is a whole number with a fraction included, such as 4 3/5 or 2 1/2. Okay, first thing that we're going to do is we are going to turn this into an improper fraction. And the way we do that is we multiply the whole number by the bottom and then add the top. So we take 4 times 5, which is 20, and 20 plus 3 is 23, and it's always over the same bottom number, 23 over 5. Then we're going to do the same thing here. 2 times 2 is 4, add the top, 4 plus 1 is 5 over 2. Then we're just going to multiply. So remember, if we have the same thing, if we make that imaginary line, we have the same thing on the top and bottom, we can eliminate them and make them ones. And then we'll just have 23 times 1 is 23, and 2 times 1 is 2. Now, we got to flip it back into a mixed number, so we're going to take 23 divided by 2. 2 goes into 2 once, subtract, bring down, 2 goes into 3 once, and you have 11 wholes and 1 half. So your final answer is 11 1/2. All right, let's try another one. 2 1/2 times 3 3/5. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5 over 2. 3 times 5 is 15, plus 3, 15, 16, 17, 18 over 5. Again, if you had an imaginary line, you could eliminate 5s. Now this one, I know that 2 can go into 18, so I'm going to factor this one out. This would be, let's see, 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 3 is 18. So then I'm going to write it here. 1 times 2 times 3 times 3. And 2 times 1. And I can eliminate, simplify, make it simpler. Eliminate your 1s, eliminate your 2s, and this is, there's nothing left, it's going to be 1. So it'd be 3 times 3 is 9 over 1. And any number over itself, you don't even have to divide, is just 9. It's a whole number of 9. So because all these were eliminated, this is just going to be 1. It can't be 0, it's got to be 1. Multiply the top, 3 times 3 is 9, 9 over 1. Any number over 1 is that number. All right, 4 1/2 times 4 4/5. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9 over 2. 4 times 5 is 20, plus 4 is 24 over 5. Let's see, this would be 3 times 3 is 9. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 3 is 24. 2 times 1 is 2. 5 times 1 is 5. 3 times 3 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. 2 times 1 times 5 times 1. Simplify. I guess I can get rid of a 2 there, huh? Oops, sorry, I wasn't over far enough. Three times 3 is 9. Let's do this different. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 12 times 3, 12, 24, 36. 36 times 3, 36 times 3. 108. So 108 over 5 times 1 is 5, times 1 is 5. Okay, now we got to turn it into a mixed number. 5 cannot go into 1. but it can go into 10 twice. Subtract, bring down. 5 goes in 8 once. End up with 3, 21, and 3 fifths. 21 and 3 fifths. Give you one more. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9 over 2, because we keep the denominator the same. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7, 7 over 3. 3 times 3, 7 times 1. Factoring 2 is 2 times 1. Factoring 3 is 3 times 1. 3 times 3 times 7 times 1. 2 times 1 times 3 times 1. Simplify. We got 1s, 3s. So we end up with 3 times 7, which is 21, over 2 times 1 is 2. Okay, turn it into a mixed number. Let's see, 2 goes into 2 once. Subtract, bring down. Oh, I put that. Should have been a 1. 2 goes into 1, it can't, so we put a 0 up, and we end up with 1. So 10 wholes and 1 half. 10 and 1 half is your answer. I want you to try the last 6 on your own. If you have any questions, grab an adult, tell them you're not quite catching on, let them watch the video, grab me, whoever's around, and hopefully this helps you out. We're going to do division here on the next video. Alright, we're going to work on dividing mixed numbers. Now, dividing the mixed numbers works the same as multiplying mixed numbers. You just have to do the keep, change, flip when you're done. So we're going to do, first make this mixed number here. It's a mixed number because you have a whole number and a fraction. I'm going to turn it into an improper fraction where the top number is bigger than the bottom. So we're going to take 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9, over 4. Remember, we keep the denominator the same. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7, over 3. Now, that would work for multiplication, but, yes, that would work for multiplication, but we have division. So we have to keep it, change it, and flip it. So this will cross out so we don't get confused. We wrote what the improper fractions were going to be, but then we have to keep, change the sign, write the reciprocal. So flip that fraction over. Okay? Now we've got 3 times 3, factoring 9, 3 times 1 factors 3, 2 times 2, 7 times 1. And it doesn't look like there's going to be anything in common other than 1s. So that means we can just multiply straight across. There's no 3s down here, and there's no 7s or 2s up here. So that means that we can't simplify it. So we're going to just multiply across. 9 times 3 is 27. 4 times 7 is 28. And actually, that is a proper fraction, so you don't have to flip it back. You're all done. Let's try the next one. First, make your improper fractions. 4 times 5 is 20, plus 3 is 23 over 5. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 2 is 14 over 3. Now we're going to keep it, change it, flip it, write the reciprocal. Now, I know that 23 is a prime number, and 5 is a prime number, and 3 is a prime number, and this is going to be 2 times 7, and neither of those are going to be up here. So again, I can multiply straight across. I'm going to do a little math up here. I'm going to do 23 times 5, which is 115, and 14 times 5, 5 times 4 is 20, carry the 2, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this one we're gonna have to flip. One whole, 45/70th. But that can be reduced. So, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. 9/14. So your final answer is 1 and 9/14. Well, let's try the next one. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9/2. 4 times 5 is 20, plus 1 is 21/5. Keep the first one, change the sign, flip the fraction. Factoring 9 would be 3 times 3, 5 times 1, 2 would be 2 times 1, and 21 would be 3 times 7. Okay, let's simplify, cross off anything that's alike on the top and the bottom. And we end up with 3 times 5 is 15, 2 times 7 is 14. It's an improper fraction, so we have to flip it. 14 into 15 goes once, subtract 1 whole and 1/14. 1 and 1/14. So again, 1 whole and 1/14 is your final answer. All right, number 4. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9/2 again. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 2 is 8/3. Keep it, change it, flip it, write the reciprocal. Factoring 9 would be 3 times 3. 3 would be 3 times 1, 2 times 1, and 2 times 2 times 2. Is there anything alike on the top and bottom other than these ones? No, because we have 2's and there's no 2's up here, 3's and there's no 3's down here. So we can just multiply straight across. It'd be 27, 3 times 9 is 27, and 8 times 2 is 16. And because that's an improper fraction, we gotta flip it back into an improper, or back into a mixed number. So that will go once, we subtract, and we get 1 and 11/16. So 1 and 11/16 would be your final answer. All right, I'm gonna pause. I want you to try the last 6 on your own. Again, if you're struggling or you're stuck, let me know, let an adult know that's in the room with you. They might be able to watch the video and understand it a little better and help you explain it more. All right, I hope you have a wonderful day and I hope you make great choices.